photo, nothing came to my mind except that this is completely fake. I will be discussing about some of the points that would hopefully convince you guys that this photo was a fake photo, photoshopped. So let's get started. But before I do that, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you happen to be one of them, consider subscribing. Let's take a look at this one. So the first thing you notice right off the bat is this. Which one is this? This one. Look at Meghan's arm. The hand is so long, it is not possible for a normal human being to have that long of an arm. Unless, of course, unless you Photoshop it. And she is reaching the so-called Archie, so-called children they have, from quite far of a distance. And therefore, they had to, whoever did the Photoshop, they had to make the arm a lot longer than it has to be. So right off the bat, this is what you notice, and this is why I said, guys, over and over again, that this photo is completely fake. It is a photoshopped photo taken with a very, very bad picture quality, bad resolution, and it was done all on purpose. We'll talk about that in a second. The second thing you notice is the dress. So let's take a look at Lily, the so-called Lily's socks and shoes and all that. If you are in the States, if you're living in the States, you will know that this is not a school dress or shoe or outfit for a kid living in the States. This is rather for a kid who lives in UK. It is very much British in other words. Why we see this? Well, again, very, very suspicious. To me, looks like it was done on a lot of photoshopping work and brushing and adding and cutting, and then of course in the process raising more doubts about the whole thing. And this is exactly what you see. Another thing that you notice is Lily's height. She is only 3 years old, but she is just as tall as Archie, who is much older than her. I believe he is now how many years? 6 years. But Lily, from the last photo, she has grown up quite a bit. Somebody actually mentioned that when she will grow up, she will become 6 feet tall. Just kidding. But that's what some people mention on the internet. So you have Meghan's arm, long arm. Then you have extra large size for Lily for that age. Then you also have the dress, the socks and all that. These are all pointing towards something very, very suspicious. Now, there is another thing that you also notice is this one. Take a look at the dress she's wearing. Okay, this is like a, I don't know if this is a school dress or something, but this is something they wear in the spring. But on the other hand, so this is what Lily is wearing, not so warm clothes. But on the other hand, you see the complete contrast where Archie, so-called Archie, is wearing winter clothing. I mean, why? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. Well, it does when we believe that this is all Photoshop. Now, another thing that you will also want to take notice of is that Meghan and Harry, they always blame their relatives, especially in this case Catherine and William, for faking photos, the one they took back in UK. Normally when you criticize somebody else, what I have seen is that that particular criticism was made because they had that quality, so they reflect or they project their mistakes, their fakeness on other people. And so when Meghan was doing this photoshopping, it is quite obvious that Meghan already knew about how to Photoshop things, because that's what she accused Catherine of. So again, this is something that you will notice. Another thing that you will notice quite easily, and that is these dogs. I believe this is like a Labrador dog, and then you also have these other dogs quite conveniently placed at a quite relatively far distance from the family. the so-called family. You can see there's another dog here. These are all quite a bit far, but normally that should not be the case, because if you treat them as part of your family, you will see these dogs cozying up, wagging their tail and coming close to you, and doing some snuggles and all that, or try to do so. But you see clearly that these dogs are maintaining a huge distance from all of them. It could be that number one, as we all believe, this is most of the thing that you see, the content in this picture, they are photoshopped. Or it could be that these dogs were abused. As we know, Harry abuses the horses when he plays polo, so possible that these dogs are totally traumatized, and they decided to act not normally. Now, we do need to, as I said, call out Meghan and Harry for photoshopping this whole thing, because they called out Catherine when she posted that photo. Now, the Christmas card, this is supposed to be a Christmas card, but it is not even Christmas. I mean, normally when you have a picture taken on a very important occasion, you would want to make sure that the quality is good. I mean, unless you take random pictures or videos, going about your day, and then somebody snaps a picture, or you yourself snap a picture, we can expect sometimes maybe the quality would be compromised because they're not really too careful about this, just random photos. But when you post a picture of a very important occasion, and that is Christmas in this occasion, then you should be more careful. But we don't see that. Therefore, it is not, or it was not taken for the Christmas, and the kids are obviously so fake. And these children, you all also notice they're not looking at the camera where the picture was taken. In fact, they are showing their backs, both of them, in this picture. Very, very strange for a Christmas picture, right? Normally you will want to have the entire family facing the camera, or at least most part of it. But here we see that Lily's back, the only thing you see about Lily is her back, and Archie is his back. Nothing more, nothing less. Therefore, it is impossible really to come to any conclusion that these kids are real, or that this photo is real. Everything about this, in other words, this photo is raising a lot of doubts, and not answering our question. So this is a family Christmas photo, right? Family, right? The flowers, you'll notice they're spring flowers, okay? The flowers you see, and this was most likely taken in the month of May, maybe April, May, somewhere there, or March. But this was supposed to be taken, according to Meghan and Harry's camp, the squad, recently, means in winter. And the flowers are from April, May. Purple flower, doesn't make any sense, does it? You can see all of these flowers. I can easily Photoshop these flowers. I mean, anybody, I believe, with a little bit of artistic skill, they can easily draw this whole thing here, and you would not believe that it will come across still as almost like real. But we know these are all fake. These were photoshopped. And the flowers, they're very, very telling. The color of the flowers, very, very telling. And of course, for Lilibet, for that kind of age, 3 years old, and she is like towering almost everyone, is something very, very suspicious. Of course, Harry, when he will give an interview next time, he's never going to talk about this photo. He's never going to say, oh, I said in that photo, I love that photo because it was Lily and Archie. He will never say that, because he's not going to talk about this photo, because he knows he will get caught. But that's how they lie all the time. They do something, and then all of a sudden they want to keep it quiet when asked question, was this Lily and Archie? Tell us more about that picture of that photo. They will never tell you anything. Now, this Labrador not getting excited whatsoever, as I have mentioned. When you have people around that dog will be wagging its tail, getting very excited and getting ready to hug or to leap to the owner, and sometimes even kiss them and act very, very excited. But none of these things are present in this photo. In fact, it is quite the opposite. These dogs are keeping their distance. Again, as I said, it could be that these dogs are traumatized because she's a bully. We all know that. And so it could be that these dogs are going through some trauma or something like that. But the dog's behavior, they're anything but normal. So the dogs should be matching the kids' energy, not matching it. And it is really what makes a lot of people doubt that this is a real photo. Now, as I said, Lily is dressed for summer and Archie is dressed for winter, and I have shown you guys. So she is not wearing the clothing like her brother, and we can clearly see that. Why, Meghan? Why you care for one and you don't care for the other? Or maybe it's just that because she's not the real mother, she doesn't really know how to take care of kids. Now, the dogs, according to many people, they're totally disconnected, and this is very strange. The dogs are not just staying away from them, but also very, very disconnected. Means they don't match with the emotion of their owner, and that is not the case. That should not be the case with a normal dog. But these dogs are quite nonchalant. They're not excited at all. They're in fact very bored and confused, and they have absolutely no idea what to make out of this. So again, unless it makes sense when you see these photos are being photoshopped. And we are also missing Princess Diana's photo hovering from the tree in a winged Mary Poppins outfit. Diana was somebody commented on that. So the black dog was photoshopped in this. Okay, that's an point number one. Let's wrap it up real quick. So the black dogs were photoshopped. Harry was photoshopped. No doubt about that. Meghan Markle's arm is photoshopped. Her arm is super long. As I pointed out, it's likely that the kids were both running to Meghan and Harry was inserted into the photo because of Meghan's long arm. It does raise this question whether these are all joined together, like when you mesh up different photos together, that's what you get. So you see literally no connection, no touching of these two deceptive people with these kids. They're not touching. The photo was taken conveniently just before they would hug, if they did at all. I don't think so that happened. So this is Meghan arms, and this whole thing was photoshopped and it was joined together. The little girl here, Lily, was photoshopped because of her dress. Socks are common in UK children but not common attire for US kids. I have pointed out that one already. Now, the low resolution likely done with a purpose. And lastly, the commentators, they have mentioned few similarities of these photos with the other fake photos they have posted. I'm talking about Meghan and Harry. And if you analyze those photos, if you have taken a look at those photos, you will most likely be able to make out what is happening here. And that is complete fakeness. And this is most likely the most fake thing on the internet in 2024. And guess what? I have no doubt about that. This is the most fake, the fakest thing you'll ever see in 2024. And what a way to say goodbye to this year when we see this kind of fakeness, right? Leave a comment in the comment section below, guys. I'll see